Hi, my name is Bert Taylor, and I'm here to tell you all about Hell Have No Fury. Hell Have No Fury is a crime thriller about a young couple, Adrian and Sean. Adrian and Sean had plans to get married, but on the day of the rehearsal, everyone noticed that Sean is not at the rehearsal. So they start to question Adrian about Sean's whereabouts. Hours go by. Adrian finally gets a call from Sean saying that he's not coming to the rehearsal, and also that the wedding is off, which sends her into a spiral. Adrian leaves the rehearsal, goes home to find out that while they have been rehearsing, Sean's been home packing, and he's completely removed all his things from their apartment without a trace. She hasn't been in contact with him for months. She's been crying. She's been trying to figure out what happened. She's been confused until one day she just decides to just move on with her life and start back dating. So she goes on a date one day, and she runs into Sean on a date also with his new girlfriend, or suspected girlfriend. Another thing that Adrian knows is that Sean's new girlfriend date happens to be wearing an engagement ring. So they rush the introduction between the dates and between them, and they go on about their dates. While they're on dates, you can see Sean and Adrian trading looks across the restaurant, which starts to make Sean feel a little uncomfortable. So him and his date leave the restaurant again without a trace from Adrian. She's trying to keep her composure not to ruin her date, so she just lets them leave. One day while she's at the bank, she happens to notice the girl who Sean was on a date with going into the bank. So Adrian decides to stay in her car and wait for the girl to leave the bank, and she followed her home. Once at the girl's house, as the girl was entering her house, Adrian decided to come and reintroduce herself, and also to tell her about Sean and the whole situation with the rehearsal and the marriage and the wedding. Well, the girl really wasn't trying to believe what Adrian was saying, and she continued to call Adrian a lunatic and a stalker, and told her to get over it. Well, when she told Adrian to get over it is what set her off, and Adrian attacks the girl, and it ends in a scuffle with the girl being tied up in her own home. Hours later, while Adrian has the girl tied up, they notice Sean pulling up at the house. So Adrian hides, and as Sean enters the apartment, she also knocks Sean out from behind and ties him up also. The following days end up in torture of both Sean and his suspected fiance girlfriend, and at one point it even leads to Sean's suspected girlfriend being murdered while in the apartment and left on the floor like the entire time that they're there. So now it just leaves Adrian and Sean. During this time, Adrian tells Sean that the wedding is back on. So she has completely lost her mind. She starts to plan a wedding. She's eating breakfast with him as if they're still a couple. She's having sex with him while he's tied up. She's at work talking about how a changed man he is, how a good man he is, like they're in a real relationship. So by now she's completely lost it. She even goes to buy a wedding gown and buy a suit for Sean, and actually plans a wedding as if they're going to get married. She even goes as far as holding the wedding, actually going through with the wedding in their home. She dresses Sean up, she dresses up, and she actually marries herself to him while he's tied up. Um, until one day Sean's family and friends, and also the young lady's the suspected girlfriend of Sean, families and friends all start to get suspicious, and they comes to the girl house to look for them, only to find that Adrian is living at the house, and they find that kind of weird because they know the history of Sean and Adrian, you know. So that leads to a whole investigation by the family and the friends, and the whole story. It's pretty much the summary of the story. There's a lot more detail in it. It's crazy, psychotic, murdered. It's a great story, and I think you should really get behind it. Awesome. Thank you. My name is Bert Taylor. Thank you for your time.